Yeah, biology. 缩头缩龙。
Boys who might not have their own money to go buy tampons, if they're provided free in the bathroom, it's a huge plus.
Men do not menstruate. Only women menstruate. Now, you can call yourself whatever you want.
Cis men don't menstruate, but trans men do menstruate.
No,
Same
they
as
don't.
non-binary people.
Only women.
Menstruating is not exclusive
Yes,
to
it
cis
is.
women. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
So explain to me as to why my body menstruated at some point.
So, my man, the teacher, you fucked up, dog.
Yeah.
You made this about whether or not men or women menstruate, but the argument, the situation is the kid's bathroom, yo.
Yeah.
You think about it. If a young girl who identifies differently walks into a boy's bathroom,
Yeah.
do you know what kind of chaos could ensue? Especially with like Chingsaonian. Any number of things could happen. And if the worst possible thing that could happen goes down, they don't give a fuck about your feelings or your identify. They only care about what your biology can provide, yo.
Yeah.
Don't laugh at that.
Suspect.
Yeah, biology. And then to make matters worse, the trans man tries to make it about himself. The trans man tries to make it about himself, tries to use himself as an example, but you're grown as fuck.
Yeah.
Everyone is here to talk about the kids, yo.
Yeah.
So this is not about the tampons, yo. It's about what it will cause, which is a young girl walking into the boys' bathroom.
If your chromosomes are XX and you're young, you menstruate. If you're XY, you don't.
Correct, but what about trans men and non-binary?
They're
We're
not men.
excluding a whole group of people
They're women
that
dressed
menstruate.
as men. You are not a man. You can pretend to be a man, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Live your life and tell me what a man is.
Well, what's a man to you? You define a man for me.
You have chromosomes that are X and Y. That's what a man is.
That's an song.
At the science of this as an example.
Science.
He is talking about a scientist, yo,
He's talking about the
motherfucker.
science. Spiraling out of control now.
Yeah, what is he thinking, yo?
It's like what a lot of people do, and even me, I've been guilty of this, is you are so focused on being right. It's like, hey, I have the facts, yo. I have the data. And you forget what you were actually there to discuss, which is the
Yeah.
goddamn kids. It's not about who's right or who's wrong. It's about, are the kids safe?
I see dead people.
So, if you think that was wild, this next bit is about to get even wilder, yo. You remember that photo we showed you at the beginning?
Yeah.
Well, that shit is about to come into play right now. Enter in trans activist Eli Ehrlich, who is a trans woman who got in some deep shit when she decided that she was going to, via her Instagram, provide gender therapy hormones to anyone who needs it. And as you know, that needs to be prescribed by a doctor.
Yeah.
She ain't no doctor, yo.
Yep.
And you say that this is appropriate beginning in kindergarten.
I mean, I've worked with parents who brought it into preschools even. I see you nodding your head, but I'm sure you're very excited about it.
And nobody's excited about this. Preschool 那不是幼幼班吗？
对啊，
幼稚园吗？
3岁、4岁、5岁啊。
3岁到5岁的。I have a godson, right?
Yeah,
He's 2
my
years
son.
old. It says physically attracted to and emotionally attracted to. I would imagine that age, emotionally attracted to is mama, papa.
Yeah, my mom. 那他的爸妈，他妈妈。
对啊。Physically attracted to whatever you put in front.
猫咪玩偶
It
啊
could。be a mommy, it could be a minion, it could be a fucking ball. He's gonna be, I'm physically
Yeah.
attracted to the ball. Why? Because there's fun there. I don't think it's a good idea to be trying to convince or tell kids who they're attracted to when they can barely even form words, yo.
And I do want to point out that there are plenty of trans youth, myself included, who have come out at young ages. If I had this as a tool when I was 8 years old, I would have been so much more comfortable with myself. I would have known who I was and that I wasn't alone.
Yo, it's no doubt that there are a lot of people, young people, who are confused maybe about who they are. That's part of that being that age, right?
I decided to be a unicorn.
But we are not talking about you and how you would have felt when you were younger. We are talking about young kids, 3 to 5 years old to be exact. And you're trying to pull out the kids and insert yourself so that you are now the victim in this situation. No one's talking about you, dog.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm talking about, this 小彩虹. They are really, really good at what we call sleight of hand. You know when a magician does a trick with their fingers and shit?
Yeah.
Very, very cleverly switch it without you even realizing until it's too fucking late.
Yep.
I'd like to understand from your perspective why you don't believe it's rude and why you think you have a right to, when someone identifies a certain way, for you to tell them that that is not correct, that they are that particular gender or identity.
Why do I feel that it's right to tell them the truth? The people who hate the truth are because they see the truth as hateful. If you want to identify in any way you can, you're free to do so. But that does not mean that the rest of us have to join that illusion.
If a transgender person is not harming you or the people you love, why do you care so much?
Because you want to...
Oh,
She got point,
this
yo.
one's good. She's
Yeah.
good. She's
She
good.
got point. Dude, 她身上有带个锁呢。
She does. 缩头
She got 锁头 on the body.
缩头缩龙
锁头锁你喉。
It's to, you know, because men don't have depth. So
We provide that.
because we dig that shit.
他这里有锁
We
头在
can't
身
put this
上，
in.
他这里有锁头。
We can't. So she says that if we are not harming you, then why do you care? Which is a good point, right?
Yeah.
Although he is the G in the LGBTQ, but let's see how he responds.
I don't want you to care. I want you to be quiet. I want you to stop being hateful.
Question, so let me answer. You disagree. I disagree with you, and so you call it hate. But there's no hate in my heart at all. So that's
You
wrong.
are being hateful when you tell somebody that identifies
Okay.
as a man that they're not a man.
That's not
That is
hateful. That's a fact.
All right, teacher man, you fucked up,
Yep.
and you fucked up bad. You keep using your facts to tell them that they are wrong and that what they feel is not valid.
Yep.
And this is why you are not qualified to handle these 小彩虹.
I'm sorry, you're fired. Get out of here.
Homegirl, I'm gonna get to you next. Yes, people should leave you the fuck alone. They shouldn't be concerned about what you do with your life because it's your life. But by your old standard, leave the kids alone,
Yep.
yo.
But if you don't, I will look for you.
Because you have your point that people shouldn't be concerned about what you do, but the reason why everyone is in this room is the kids.
Yeah.
And this is what 小彩虹 do really, really well. They replace the topic with themselves to make themselves the victims.
Yeah.
It's almost like they want the kids to be the avatars or some shit. Like, what the fuck?
阿凡达第三集。
Yeah.
I see you.
It's like, yo, your beliefs are your beliefs, and the way you choose to live is your way. But
Right.
don't force that on kids.
Hey, that's not your kid.
It's not even yours.
Now I know.
And knowing is half the battle.
God damn. But maybe we are too old school. Maybe the world is evolved, and maybe people think it's okay.
Yeah.
If that's the case, 台湾人，你们觉得如何呢？你们觉得在幼稚园教那些东西 OK 的吗？是合理吗？ So leave a comment down below. And by the way, that teacher, not only is he gay, but my man sabotaged his own career by bringing in a gay swastika to a teacher's meeting, dog.
Yep.
And they fired his ass. Do they even have those gay Nazis? I don't think so.
Casey.
Gay she.